Welcome to episode 103 of the Guitar Builders Basics video podcast with his tips, tricks and training from me, Ben Crow, at Crimson Guitars in the UK. I will be doing another one of the What's on the Bench walkthroughs tomorrow, where much has changed. We have another new luthier who's just started work, and this gigantic workshop is now too small, so that's going to be interesting. We're back after a long weekend. We've run out of tools. Life is absolutely crazy. In fact, that podcast, the coupon from episode 100 of the podcast is still valid, and if you want to really, if you don't mind waiting for tools, that'll get you a discount. So go back and watch podcast 100 and check out what the coupon was, and comment and like and all those things. Apparently I was supposed to ask you all to click like on all of our videos and subscribe and all that jazz, but anyhow. All right, now here is a question from Guild member Hasselhoof. He says, "Hi Ben, I'm planning a neck through hollow body guitar build with a Tune-o-matic bridge. What I need to know is what dimensions do I need the neck blank to be? Depth more than width. The body of the neck will be flat, 2 inches thick, not arched, so an angle of 1.5 degrees or so is correct. From what I understand, I'll also be having an angled headstock. I do not wish to use a scarf joint. Do I take the 1.5 degree angle out of the blank on the body section or the neck section of the neck? On the neck section, you know what I mean. Neck side, body side. Where do I take the angle out? And how deep does the blank have to be to get that all in? I'm not sure what headstock angle to use. I'm open on that. I hope this all makes sense. Rich." Now, this is a question that I get asked fairly regularly. What angle do I make my neck on a carved instrument, whether I'm using a Tune-o-matic or a tremolo, for example? What's the angle? And I am a numerically dyslexic, dyscalculia. I am not good with numbers. I am definitely not good with angles. I work physically. And this comes, I've got a 3D mind. I can think physically, and I'm not interested in the mathematics behind it. Maybe you are. You're a better person than I am. Okay, anyhow, so first of all, let's talk about the neck break angle. The headstock angle. If you have got a fixed bridge, then you want a slightly sharper angle. So I tend to go 14 or 15 degrees on a fixed bridge instrument. If you have a tremolo, you want to go at about 10 degrees, maybe even a little bit less, 9 degrees. Now, essentially, when you've got a trem, your strings are going to be moving over the nut, like so, as you use the trem. And you want enough of a break angle at the headstock to hold the strings down so they don't pop out of the nut slots. But you don't want to cause it to bind on the nut, which is what happens when you've got a more extreme break angle. With a fixed bridge, a more extreme angle holds the string down in place and gets better tuning stability. So it is a bit of a compromise. Now, okay, the specific question was, and here's an old broken, it's lost its headstock template of a Les Paul type instrument with the break angle and all of that. It doesn't matter which side you take it out of. Essentially, I suppose I take it out of the body end of the neck blank more often than not. But really, what you are doing is you're looking for an answer to a question that is very, very easy to work out by yourself. Every single instrument is different, so I could turn around and say, well, it has to be 45 millimeters thick, and you will be able to get your neck out of that. And for the most part, well, actually, that's not even true. What I tend to do is I will multi-laminate up a 60 mil blank or 120 mil deep blank, and I'll get 2 necks out of that. What I want you to do, and what I suggest to anybody who's worried about neck break angles, is to go get a piece of paper. If you haven't got a piece of paper big enough, get some old wallpaper and draw on the back of that, and actually plan out your instrument, draw it full scale, and work out the angles from that. That's how I figure out my plans. I don't sit there with a calculator and go, oh, well, my break angle is this, and therefore I need that. My string height is 4.5 mil there, and I don't work that way. I draw a drawing, I measure the bridge. A tunematic is about 7, or to allow for a bit of adjustment, needs to be 17 or 18 mil high at the intonation point. I draw it physically on a piece of paper in front of me, and you don't need to work out what the angle is. It's there in front of you on the paper. Now, basically, that's how I work. With a Les Paul, it's going to be about 100 mil thick. I'm trying to find just looking at this template here, that's the top of the neck. And it's practically impossible to hold this flat. So at the end, if you've got a through neck, the end here is 96 mil. So if you've got a neck blank that is 100 millimeters thick, that should do the job. But this is guesstimating. Draw some plans, get it full size, and you will not go wrong. Start playing around with angles and calculators and things. 9 times out of 10, at least in my case, I do. Thank you very much for watching. Go ahead and click that like button. Can you tell I've been watching some really cheesy YouTubers? Like and subscribe, it really helps our channel, and it does, so do. If you'd like to support us financially, go and check out the Guild, crimsonguitars.com/guild. That is how I pay my sister, who does all of the editing and the media stuff for both the Guild and for YouTube and all that. Is the only way that we can afford to put out 7 or 8 videos a week, because I'm supposed to be behind the bench making videos and making guitars. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow. More videos coming soon. Have an awesome day. Goodbye.